In this video, I'll show you how to track page load time in GA4, Google Analytics 4. Understanding how long it takes your pages to load can help you identify opportunities to optimize performance and improve user experience. Currently, GA4 doesn't include built-in page load time metrics, so I'm going to show you how to get these insights. Hey there, I'm Benjamin from Loves Data. I'm going to walk you through the steps to configure Google Tag Manager to send page load time to GA4. To do this, we'll create a variable trigger and tag that captures the loading time as people access your pages and send the load time to GA4 as a parameter. The solution we're going to use was originally created by Bounteous for Universal Analytics, but we're going to tweak it slightly and make it work for GA4. Let's get started. I've already logged into Google Tag Manager and opened the container that is installed on my website. Before we begin, let's navigate to Tags. We can see there is already a GA4 configuration tag in my container. You'll need this in your container too. If you're just getting started with Google Tag Manager and don't have a GA4 configuration tag, then take a moment to watch my Google Tag Manager tutorial. I've included a link in the description below this video. If you have a GA4 configuration tag, then you're ready to go to the next step. So let's navigate to Variables. And let's create a new user-defined variable. Let's name the variable page load time. Let's select Variable Configuration and choose Custom JavaScript as the variable type. Now let's head to my blog and copy the code for the variable. This uses the Navigation Timing API and calculates the amount of time in milliseconds between the load event end and the navigation start, which gives us the page load time. We then take the number of milliseconds and convert them to seconds. We've used the calculation for total page load time provided by Mozilla, but you're welcome to customize this based on your requirements. For example, you could switch load event end to load event start. Let's head back to Google Tag Manager and paste the JavaScript code. Now let's select Format Value. Enable the option Convert Undefined to, and let's enter 0 as the value. This will mean if the Navigation Timing API fails, then the variable will return a value of 0. Now let's save the variable. The next step is to create a trigger that will fire our GA4 event tag, so let's navigate to Triggers. Let's click New to create a new trigger. Let's name the trigger Page Loaded and Page Load Time greater than 0. And let's select Trigger Configuration and choose Window Loaded as the trigger type. Now let's select some window loaded events. And let's select our Page Load Time trigger. Then select Greater Than and enter 0 as the value. This will mean our trigger fires when the page has completely loaded in the browser and the page load time variable has a value that's greater than 0. We'll be using this trigger to fire a new GA4 event tag. This means we would be sending a significant number of events to Google Analytics. This would be approximately the same number of events that are already being collected for your page views. So let's look at how we can configure our trigger to send a sampled number of page load time events to GA4. To send a sampled number of events, let's add another condition. Let's select the drop-down and select Choose Built-in Variable. Now let's select Random Number. Now we select Ends With, and let's enter 3. This will mean we will be sending a page load time event for approximately 10% of all page views. You could also sample this further by entering a value of 0.1. This would mean we would be using a sample of approximately 1%. Okay, now let's save the trigger. Finally, we need to create the tag that will send our page load time event to Google Analytics. So let's navigate to Tags. And let's create a new tag. Let's name the tag Google Analytics GA4 Page Load Time. And let's select Tag Configuration. And let's choose GA4 Event as the tag type. Now we need to select our GA4 configuration tag using the drop-down. And let's name our event page_load_time. Now we need to select Event Parameters. And let's add a row. Now let's name the parameter loading_time_sec. And for the value, let's select our page load time variable. Now we need to select Triggering. And let's select the trigger we just created. Now we can save the tag. And let's click Preview. Enter our URL. And click Connect. Our website loads and it's connected to Tag Assistant. Since we're using the random number variable to only collect a sample of page load times, we might need to reload the page a few times before we see our GA4 event triggered. Now let's select the Tag Assistant tab. And we can see our page load time event has been fired. Now that we've created our custom event, we need to register our loading time parameter in GA4. To do this, let's head to Google Analytics. Now we need to navigate to Configure. Then Custom Definitions. And let's select Custom Metrics. And then Create Custom Metrics. Let's name the metric Page Load Time. Enter page_load_time as the event parameter. And select seconds as the unit of measurement. Now let's save our custom metric. Moving forward, you'll be able to use the metric in your reports, including the exploration reports. Remember, you can adjust the sample used to collect the page load time events. And if you remove this from your trigger, then you will be sending an extra event for each page view on your website. Are you going to measure page load time in GA4? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel for all of my latest tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.